Hi everyone. So I was thinking about something recently, right? And I asked myself, as if you were not a lawyer, and you were just a growing business owner, you had a business that was growing, thriving. At what stage of your business would you say that you needed the services of a lawyer in that business on a retainer? That's on an ongoing basis. And here's the truth, right? There are times where at the stage of your business you can do just fine with occasional legal support, and that's the truth. But when you do need one, you know, not just I want to call my friend, you actually do need someone that can support you on an ongoing basis in your business. You would know. But in case you don't know, I would just highlight this video is to highlight some critical instances where you actually do need the services of a legal professional on a retainership or on an ongoing basis. And the first sector or the first issue I would highlight is if you're operating in a regulated space, in a regulated industry. Give instances you are handing people's money, whether you are processing it or you are even operating under someone else's license. Once you are within that space where other people's money is involved, you are operating in a regulated space. Also, regulated spaces would also involve people's lives, that is health, right? Once you are operating in the health sector, once you're also operating with sensitive data of people in large volumes, you are also operating in a regulated space and you need that support. So legal support goes beyond just contracts. Legal support now, also involves risk mitigation, risk prevention. It also involves governance, it also involves regulatory compliance, compliance both internally and with other regulatory bodies. And it is really advisable that if you are in those sectors, do get a lawyer on board as soon as possible. Second thing that I would say is if you are handling contracts, you are going to sign contracts or enter into business relationships where huge sums of money is involved. I've heard some people say that I usually go to ChatGPT and say, wear a lawyer's hat and advise me. ChatGPT will give you advice based off what it has fed off the internet. But if anything goes wrong, you can't run back to ChatGPT. If anything happens, that's it. That's the essence of having professionals, involved. And then these people can also give you a nuanced perspective. There are times when you are relating with your clients and you just say, yeah, this is the norm. This is what is on paper, but this is what I'm feeling. And AI cannot give you that intuition. Let me use the word intuition. AI cannot give you that intuition that lawyer will feel when speaking with a client. So when it's involving huge sums of money, I would just advise you get a lawyer on board. Get a lawyer on board to help you, especially when you know that this is something that you're going to be doing on a regular basis. Thirdly is when you know that your business is going beyond you. At such stages, you realize that you're having over three employees on full-time employment. You're having opening branches at different places. You're having vendors. You're having contractors. You're having third-party issues. You're outsourcing here and there, and then you realize that I can't handle this. I can't manage this alone. Even if you have a HR personnel, that lawyer, what the lawyer does is to help to ensure that it can mitigate employee risk disputes or issues that happen, as much as possible. It can help to review such transactions with third-party people and even with your staff so that issues don't just escalate out of proportion without you having, support to prevent these things from happening, right? And then the fourth thing that I would say is you are also signing contracts on an ongoing basis. The next thing I would say is if you are going to be entering into investment transactions or you're getting investors into your business, right? It's very key, especially when you know that they're going to be taking a stake in your business or there's something that you are giving out in value for what they are getting back in return. Lots of people in the name of come and invest in my business have lost out big time, and these investors are now coming to sit on board, right? It is very critical that you have that legal support. These are a few things that I would like to share. In the next video, I'll also share some other things. And then if you found this helpful, do share with your friends. If you know someone who is still thinking about it, let them know. Just do the needful. Now that it's 2026, you ensure that your business and your legacy thrives. If you are new to this channel, I would love you to subscribe, share, like, and I want to hear your comments as well. Okay. I do a legal practitioner and a governance and a GRC, that's a governance risk and compliance professional. Thank you for listening and bye for now.